Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Today we're going to do some maintenance on a vehicle. This is a 2008 Chevy Express. This is a 1-ton van, and you can see it calls for 5W30. In this van, we're going to run Valvoline. I really like Valvoline products. 5W30, that's 5 quarts. But my van, this 6.0 liter engine, actually takes 6 quarts plus a filter. And I'm just going to use a Fram Tough Guard. You know, I don't think that the filter is a big deal as long as you do change it, you know, every 3,000 miles. Other tools that you need, you're going to need a wrench to take off your drain plug, and you also need an oil filter wrench. So let's go ahead and get started. So we start by taking the oil drain pan nut loose right here. This is 1/2 inch on my Chevy, and we're going to loosen that up. And after that's loose, that oil is going to come out. So we need to put a bucket. I usually put trash bags in there to help keep the stuff contained. Then we'll take that to the recycle center. So let's go ahead and open this up. There we go. So let's go ahead and get our bucket under there and drain that out. Next, we'll go ahead and take off that filter. The oil filter is a very important part of what you're doing. And you need to change the filter each time that you change your oil. So you can see we've drained the oil. I like to keep it in these bags, and we'll just tie all that up and take it with the bucket itself to the recycling place. Okay, so here's our oil filter. One of the things I never did care for on the Chevy is that how this is designed. It is difficult to take this off without making a mess. But we're going to put our oil filter wrench on there. This thing slides over the filter, and then it tightens, and then you can loosen or tighten it up either way. You can see how easy this thing turns. We don't want to put this on there real tight. Just tight enough to hold it in place. It has an O-ring, but you can see the mess already. Here comes that oil. There's just no way around it. I'm going to get my bucket out and catch that oil. I'm just going to spin it free. I know it's dark in here, but you can see it coming off here. So we got that filter off. We'll let that drain, and we'll put a new filter on in just a second. When applying your new filter, if you just get a little bit of dab of oil from the old oil and rub that around this O-ring, that'll really help seal it nice and tight. Won't crack, anything like that. Okay, so we're going to spin this filter back on. It actually goes on pretty easy once you get it lined up in the right spot. Like I said, I don't really care for the Chevy design at all. I think Ford and Chrysler did a much better job. Okay, you can see it's coming on. We're just going to spin it on there hand tight. Then we're just going to put the wrench on it and give it 3/4 of a turn. So slide your oil wrench in place. Remember, I'm doing this with one hand, so it really can't be that difficult. Holding the camera, we just want to give it 3/4 of a turn. That's nice and tight, secure. Let's go ahead and add the oil, and we'll be done. So here's our oil pan bolt, nice and secure. So now it's time to add the oil. We do this slowly with our little tiny funnel. But you know what? That was like 50 cents at Walmart. I've used it hundreds of times. So we'll pour this oil in here. We're also going to put this extra quart. Remember, it takes 6 quarts in the 6.0 liter engine and the filter. Okay, now let's put our single quart in there. You know, this truck's got 300 and something thousand miles on it. Had the noisy lifter problem, and we fixed all that. Changing oil, nobody likes to, but it's something that you need to do on a regular basis or your vehicle will fail. So there we have it. Change the oil. Let's take a look at the mileage in this thing. So you can see my mileage, if you can read that. It says 371,000 miles, almost 372,000 miles. I'm trying to get a picture of it there for you, but so let's go ahead and go to the oil. You can see 0 oil life remaining. We're going to reset that because we just changed it. And you know, all these electronics, they're really cool, but you don't need it. If you just remember to change your oil every 3,000 miles, or if you know how much you drive, change it on a regular basis. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.